Life often asks us to juggle many things at once. We have work, we have studies, and we have our personal lives. It can feel like a constant performance, a demanding act. Finding a quiet center in all this movement is very important. This idea of balance is not about doing everything perfectly, it is more about finding a rhythm that feels right for us. It is about listening to our inner needs. Sometimes we need to push forward with tasks. Other times we need to pause and simply breathe. This gentle art of finding stillness helps us navigate our busy days. For students, this quest for balance is especially crucial. The world of academia can be very demanding. There are exams to prepare for, there are assignments to complete, there are new concepts to understand. It is easy to feel that studies should consume all of your time. Yet a life filled only with books can become a quiet, empty room. We need windows in that room, we need fresh air. These windows and fresh air come from other parts of life. They come from hobbies, from rest, and from connections with people we care about deeply. Imagine a delicate plant. It needs sunlight, but too much direct sun can scorch its leaves. It needs water, but too much water can drown its roots. It needs good soil, but even the best soil needs to be aerated. A student's life is much like this plant. Academic pursuits are like the sunlight, vital for growth. But other elements are just as important. Rest, social connection, and personal time are the water and the soil. Without these, the student cannot truly thrive, no matter how bright the academic sun shines upon them. This balance is not a destination we reach once and for all. It is a continuous process of adjustment. It is like walking a path in a quiet forest. Sometimes the path is smooth. Other times it is uneven, and we need to slow down. We must learn to listen to the subtle cues our mind and body give us. Are we feeling tired? Are we feeling lonely? Are we feeling overwhelmed? Acknowledging these feelings is the first step. It is the first step towards gently guiding ourselves back to a more harmonious way of living and learning. The world today often speaks loudly about success. For students, this voice often translates into intense academic pressure. There is an expectation to achieve high grades. There is a desire to attend prestigious institutions. There is a hope to secure a promising future career. These are not bad aspirations in themselves. However, when these whispers of expectation become a constant roar, they can be overwhelming. Students can feel that their worth is measured solely by their academic performance. This can create a heavy burden on their young shoulders, a weight that is hard to carry alone. This pressure comes from many sources. It can come from parents who wish the best for their children. It can come from teachers who want to see their students excel. It can come from society, which often praises high achievers. Sometimes the strongest pressure comes from within the student themselves. They might have a deep desire to succeed, to prove their abilities. While ambition can be a powerful motivator, it needs to be tempered with self-compassion. It needs to be balanced with an understanding that learning is a journey, not just a race to the top of a grading curve. The focus on constant achievement can lead to a fear of failure. Students might start to avoid challenging subjects. They might hesitate to ask questions for fear of appearing ignorant. This fear can stifle curiosity. It can diminish the joy of learning for its own sake. True education is about exploration and discovery. It is about making mistakes and learning from them. When the pressure to be perfect is too high, these essential aspects of growth can be lost. The quiet spaces needed for reflection and deep understanding shrink under this relentless demand. It is important to remember that academic success is only one part of a fulfilling life. There are many ways to be intelligent. There are many paths to making a meaningful contribution to the world. While striving for excellence in studies is commendable, it should not come at the cost of one's inner peace. The whispers of expectation should be listened to, but they should not drown out the quieter voice within. This inner voice reminds us of our broader needs for connection, for rest, and for joy beyond the classroom walls and textbook pages. When the pursuit of academic excellence becomes all-consuming, something subtle begins to happen. The world outside the study room starts to fade. Invitations from friends might be declined, family gatherings might be missed. Hobbies that once brought joy are set aside. Slowly, without intending to, a student can build walls around themselves. These walls are made of textbooks, lecture notes, and the relentless pressure to perform. While these walls might feel protective at first, offering a sense of focus, they can soon lead to a profound sense of isolation from the wider world. This isolation is not always a conscious choice. It often creeps in gradually. A student might tell themselves, just one more hour of study. Then that hour becomes another and another. Soon, days and weeks can pass with minimal meaningful interaction with others. The vibrant tapestry of social life, with its laughter, shared experiences and mutual support, starts to look distant. The student might feel they are doing the right thing by prioritizing their studies. However, they might not realize the quiet cost of this singular focus until the silence in their life becomes too loud to ignore. The problem with this kind of isolation is that human beings are inherently social creatures. We are wired for connection. Even those of us who are more introverted need meaningful bonds with others. When we cut ourselves off, even for what seems like a good reason, we starve a fundamental part of ourselves. The world can start to feel a bit grey. The motivation that once fueled late-night study sessions can wane. This happens because the energy we get from positive social interactions is a vital fuel for our overall well-being, including our ability to learn effectively. Moreover, this self-imposed solitude can distort our perception of reality. Without the balancing perspectives of friends and family, small academic setbacks can feel like monumental failures. Worries can grow larger in the echo chamber of our own minds. The support system that could help us navigate these challenges is kept at bay by the very walls we built. Breaking down these walls, even a little at a time, is crucial. It means recognizing that true strength in studies comes not just from solitary effort, but also from the support and connection found beyond the books. The relentless pursuit of academic goals without room for anything else often takes a silent toll. This toll is felt deeply in a student's mental and emotional well-being. Constant pressure and the absence of social buffers can lead to a state of chronic stress. This isn't the kind of stress that motivates. It's the kind that slowly wears you down. Sleep patterns can become disrupted. Appetite might change. A persistent feeling of anxiety can become a constant companion. These are quiet signals from our inner world telling us that something is out of balance. When the mind is continually focused on exams, grades and future prospects, there is little space left for simple joys. The ability to relax, to be present in the moment, diminishes. This can lead to feelings of burnout, where even tasks that were once interesting become a chore. Enthusiasm fades, replaced by a sense of obligation or even dread. For some, this can progress to more serious conditions like depression. The vibrant colours of life seem to dull, and a persistent sadness or emptiness can set in. It's a heavy price to pay for academic achievement without holistic well-being. The isolation that often accompanies intense study further exacerbates these mental health challenges. Without the outlet of talking to friends or family, worries and negative thoughts can cycle endlessly. There is no one to offer a different perspective, a comforting word, or simply a listening ear. This loneliness can make the burden of academic stress feel even heavier. It's like trying to carry a heavy backpack without anyone to help adjust the straps or share the load. The journey becomes much harder. much more draining than it needs to be. Recognizing these signs of strain is the first step towards healing. It is not a sign of weakness to admit that the pressure is too much. It is a sign of self-awareness and strength. Seeking support, whether from a counselor, a trusted friend, or a family member, is crucial. It is important to understand that mental health is just as important as physical health. Nurturing our inner world, allowing ourselves moments of peace and connection, is essential for sustained learning and, more importantly, for a truly fulfilling life beyond the grades. In Section 5, the lifeline of laughter, friends and well-being. Amidst the serious demands of academic life, the presence of friends offers a vital lifeline. Social interactions are not mere distractions from study. They are essential for our mental and emotional equilibrium. Spending time with friends allows us to step away from the pressure cooker of exams and deadlines. It provides a space for laughter, for sharing experiences, and for simply being ourselves without the weight of academic expectations. These moments of connection can recharge our batteries in ways that solitary study cannot. They remind us that we are more than just students. We are individuals with diverse needs and interests. Friends often provide a unique form of support. They are usually peers who understand the specific challenges and pressures of student life. They can offer empathy, share study tips, or simply commiserate about a difficult assignment. This shared understanding creates a sense of belonging and reduces feelings of isolation. Knowing that you're not alone in your struggles can be incredibly comforting. Laughter shared with friends can be a powerful antidote to stress. It releases tension, boosts mood, and helps to put challenges into a more manageable perspective. Beyond emotional support, friendships also contribute to our personal growth. Through interactions with different people, we learn new perspectives. We develop better communication skills. We learn how to navigate disagreements and build stronger relationships. These are valuable life skills that extend far beyond the classroom. Friendships can also expose us to new interests and activities, broadening our horizons and enriching our lives. These experiences contribute to a more well-rounded personality, making us more adaptable and resilient individuals in the long run. Therefore, making time for friends should be seen as an investment in our overall well-being. It is not about neglecting studies, but about complementing them. Even short breaks with friends can make a significant difference. A quick coffee, a walk in the park, or a shared meal can provide a much-needed respite. These connections are the threads that weave a stronger, more resilient fabric for our lives. They are the moments that add colour and joy, helping us to navigate the often grey landscape of intense academic pressure with a lighter heart. Section 6. The comfort of kin family as an anchor. While friends offer companionship and peer support, family often provides a different, deeper kind of anchor. Family connections are typically our oldest and most enduring relationships. They represent a place of unconditional love and acceptance, a sanctuary where we can truly be ourselves. In the often turbulent waters of student life, with its anxieties and uncertainties, the steady presence of family can be incredibly grounding. They remind us of our roots, of who we are beyond our academic achievements or failures. This sense of belonging is fundamental to our emotional security. Time spent with family offers a unique respite from the competitive environment of academics. At home, you are not just a student, you are a son, a daughter, a sibling. These roles come with different dynamics and expectations, often simpler and more nurturing. Sharing a meal, talking about everyday things, or participating in family traditions can provide a profound sense of comfort and normalcy. These interactions help to keep academic pressures in perspective. They remind us that there is a whole world outside of lecture halls and libraries, a world that values us for who we are. not just for what we achieve. Family members, especially parents or older siblings, can also offer wisdom and guidance born from their own life experiences. They may have navigated similar pressures or challenges in their past. Their advice, offered from a place of love and concern, can be invaluable. Even if they don't fully understand the specifics of your current academic struggles, their unwavering support can provide immense strength. Knowing that you have a family that believes in you, regardless of your grades, can boost your confidence and resilience in facing academic hurdles. It is important to nurture these family bonds, even when studies become demanding. A phone call, a weekend visit, or simply being present during family time can make a big difference. These connections are a source of emotional sustenance that can help to buffer the stresses of student life. They provide a safe harbor where we can retreat, recharge, and find the strength to face our challenges anew. The comfort of kin is a quiet, steady force that helps us stay anchored, ensuring we don't get swept away by the currents of academic pressure. Section 7. Portraits in Balance, Learning from Others. It can be inspiring to look at the lives of successful individuals who manage to find a healthy balance. These are not superhumans, but people who understood the importance of a multifaceted life. Consider someone like Emma Watson. While filming the Harry Potter series, a hugely demanding role, she also prioritized her education, eventually graduating from Brown University. She spoke openly about the challenges, but also about the importance of having a life outside of her work and studies. She found time for friendships and personal growth, demonstrating that intense dedication in one area does not have to mean complete sacrifice in others. Another example might be a well-respected professor or a mentor you know. Often these individuals have rich personal lives alongside their demanding academic careers. They might have hobbies, spend quality time with their families, or be involved in community activities. Observing them can show us that success is not just about relentless work. It is also about cultivating joy and connection in other areas of life. These other pursuits often bring fresh perspectives and renewed energy to their professional endeavors. They understand that a rested mind, a connected heart, is a more effective and creative mind. Think also of athletes who are also students. Many manage rigorous training schedules alongside a full course load. While their balance might look different, they often emphasize the importance of their support systems: coaches, teammates, family, and friends. They learn discipline and time management not just for their sport or their studies, but for fitting in all the essential parts of their lives. Their stories show that with planning and prioritization, it is possible to pursue multiple passions and responsibilities without becoming completely overwhelmed by just one single aspect. These examples are not meant to create more pressure, but to offer hope and perspective. They show that finding balance is an achievable goal. The key is often not about having more hours in the day, but about being more intentional with the hours we have. It is about recognizing that activities which replenish our spirit, like spending time with loved ones or pursuing a hobby, are not frivolous. They are essential components of a sustainable and truly successful life. These individuals understood that their well-being was the foundation upon which all other achievements were built. Section 8. Weaving a balanced schedule. Practical steps for students. Achieving a balance between dedicated study and a fulfilling social and family life requires conscious effort and planning. It does not happen by accident. One of the first practical steps is to create a realistic schedule. This means not just blocking out time for classes and study sessions, but also intentionally scheduling time for friends, family, and personal relaxation. Treat these appointments with the same importance as an academic commitment. A visual timetable can be very helpful here, allowing you to see where your time is going and where you can create spaces for connection and rest. Effective time management during study periods is also crucial. This helps to make your study time more productive, freeing up more time for other activities. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you study in focused bursts, for example 25 minutes, followed by a short break, can help maintain concentration and prevent burnout. Minimize distractions during these focused sessions by turning off phone notifications or finding a quiet study space. When you study effectively, you might find you need less overall time than if you were studying in a distracted, half-hearted way, leaving more room for life's other important parts. Learning to say no is another important skill. While it's good to be open to social opportunities, you cannot say yes to everything without feeling overwhelmed. Prioritize the social engagements and family time that are most meaningful to you. It is also important to say no to excessive study when you know you need a break. Listening to your body and mind is key. If you are feeling exhausted or isolated, it is a sign that you need to adjust your schedule and make space for recuperation and connection, even if it means stepping away from the books for a while. Finally, communicate your needs and your schedule with your friends and family. Let them know when you have important academic commitments, but also make it clear that you value your time with them. This can help manage expectations and make it easier to plan shared activities. Being open about your efforts to find balance can also garner support and understanding from those around you. Remember, this is an ongoing process of adjustment. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small successes in weaving a schedule that supports both your academic goals and your overall well-being. Section 9. Beyond grades, the richness of a connected life. In the quiet pursuit of knowledge and academic achievement, it is easy to lose sight of a larger truth. Grades are important, yes. They can open doors and create opportunities. However, they are not the sole measure of a successful or a happy life. True richness comes from a life that is well-rounded, a life that includes deep connections with others, moments of joy, and a sense of inner peace. The paradox of study pressure is that by focusing too singularly on one aspect, we can diminish the very qualities that make life meaningful and, ironically, support sustained learning. The benefits of balancing studies with a vibrant social and family life extend far beyond immediate stress relief. These connections build resilience. They teach empathy. They provide a support system that can help us navigate not just academic challenges, but all of life's inevitable ups and downs. The laughter shared with a friend, the quiet comfort of family, these are the experiences that weave the true fabric of our well-being. They provide a foundation of emotional stability from which we can confidently pursue our goals, knowing we are loved and supported for who we are, not just for what we achieve. Imagine looking back on your student years. Will you remember every single grade you received, or will you more vividly recall the late-night conversations with friends, the encouraging words from a family member, the moments of shared discovery and fun? While academic milestones are significant, it is often the human connections that leave the most lasting and cherished memories. These are the experiences that shape our character and contribute to our overall sense of fulfillment. A life focused only on academic scores can feel empty in retrospect, regardless of the numbers achieved. Therefore, embracing a fuller life is the true reward. It is about understanding that your worth is inherent, not tied to a transcript. It is about nurturing your mind through study, but also nurturing your heart and spirit through connection and joy. This balance is not a compromise. It is an enhancement. It leads to a more sustainable path to success, one that is paved not just with knowledge, but with wisdom, compassion, and a deep appreciation for the rich tapestry of human experience. This is the path to a truly well-lived life, both during your student years and far beyond.